Good morning. We are here at LaGuardia Web Radio, and my name is Christopher Pope. I am here with Ketia Lafortune. Say hi.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Thank you, LaGuardia Community College, for having me on, and thank you to everybody who is listening right now. We really appreciate it, and I'm so happy to be here.
And so today we're going to be talking about your company, Urban Upbound.
That is
What
correct.
what is Urban Upbound?
So, Urban Upbound was founded in 2004 by two people. One is the name of Eileen Glickstein, and the other one is Bishop Mitchell Taylor. Bishop Mitchell Taylor was a long, outstanding person in the community that lived in Queensbridge, and he saw that there was a need inside of that area for assistance for his community. What I love about Bishop Taylor is one time he spoke about how he grew up in a space where they didn't even care if they had resources, and most of the paperwork that he would go to apply for resources, they didn't even have properly spelled words, and the words were running off of the paper. And he remembered saying to himself that when he got older, he was going to do something about that. So together they formed East River Alliance, that is now called Urban Upbound. We've been in, I guess, full-fledged community outwork since 2004. So next year will be our 20-year anniversary, and I'm very proud of what Urban Upbound has done for the community and also for people who are trying to get into a better space, not only in Queens but all five boroughs.
Yeah. So all five boroughs, and so we'll now switch into like the assistance. So, what areas of assistance do you offer for services?
So the uniqueness and the beauty of Urban Upbound is we have so many different compartments on how to tackle poverty. That's actually one of our phrases, changing lives and tackling poverty. How do you tackle poverty? You deal with the infrastructure of a community, and that really resorts to bringing resources and availability to those who are underprivileged and impoverished and also don't have the opportunities to really gain more access to employment and money and funding and education. So what I love about Urban Upbound is we have community revitalization, which is really financial services. We are the first federal credit union that is designated in the Queens area. I'm very proud to say that. And we also have youth development, which is college resources for young adults who are trying to go to college and need college preparatory assistance. And we also have financial fitness. So financial fitness would be people who are in need of financial literacy, who are in need of financial access, and also who may be wanting to buy a house and they don't really know what the steps that they should take to get to that next level in their life. We love helping people with also tax preparation. We're the number one tax preparation in the five boroughs. And I know that's very astounding to hear, but it's not H&R Block, guys. It is Urban Upbound, number one tax resource in all of the five boroughs, and I'm very proud of that. We have helped people find countless checks and money and done taxes that they just didn't think that they can get done or get assistance for, and we've been able to provide them with those steps to get to the next part of their financial journey. And last but not least, we have our department, which I'm very glad to say that I'm a part of, and that is the workforce development. And the only way to really change a community is to provide services, and that services would include employment. You can't say, I'm going to do better, I'm going to ascend if you don't have the funding. It's just common sense. We need funding, we need money to really move into the direction our lives need to be in. Unfortunately, in America, you need to work and receive funds in order to do more with your life. So our workforce development centers primarily on soft skills on how to speak to people, how to enter rooms, how to maintain who you are, your poise and your presence in spaces that may not be, difficult for you to navigate. And we also have retention plans for our clients. Most times when you go to other workforce spaces, they tell you, here, have a seat, fill this out, go on the computer, do what you can, and we'll talk to you in maybe 7 days. We don't do that. We walk our clients every step of the way. We give them one-on-one attention. We have job developers that speak to them about the kind of job employment sectors they're looking for, what kind of changes that they're going through in their life at the moment that may need them to segue into a new space as far as employment is concerned. And lastly, we also do job placement understanding. So let's say, for example, they get to a job and they don't necessarily like it, which happens a lot. Everybody doesn't love their job. We will tell them, hey, come back so we can work with you again to make sure you get the proper placement into that space.
So a quick question. In your so you help people find you help people find jobs.
Correct.
But in a way, do you almost do like networking type thing where
All the time.
you host like a network party, or I don't know what the best way to call it is, but have like clients come and like network with other people and see where their interests are.
That is correct.
Okay.
So we have what we call, job boards and also job communities where people can come and we give them the opportunity to not only see other jobs, but we also have employers come to us so that we can direct them into a space where they have not just one employer sitting in front of them, but 30, which is why we're working with LaGuardia Community College. On November 15th, which is tomorrow and Wednesday, we will be here. We will be here bright and early. We set up as 8 o'clock for us, but you guys don't have to be there 8 o'clock. We'd like everybody to come out roughly around 9:30. If you have not yet pre-register, we do have an option for you guys to pre-register. We'll give that to you. And also, I believe LaGuardia Community College has that those flyers around. There's a QR code on that flyer. All you have to do is queue up the QR code. There's a slight listing of questions for people to fill out. And from those questions, you can go ahead and register. And once you're pre-registered, you can come in. We'll be able to assist you and bring you to the 3rd floor. I believe that is where it's going to be tomorrow. And building E. I'm sorry, building C. I don't know. You know what? We're in building E now.
No, we're in building M.
M. Okay, so when I walked in, it was building E.
Yeah, so that's the weird thing with this building. It's E building, M building, then it's B and C.
Okay,
C's
that's
the
right.
last one all the way on the
And
end.
I'm actually looking at the flyer saying building C, and I still said building M.
It's
So,
all right.
correction, guys, we are in building C. We will be there at 9:30 in the morning to help you guys come in. There will be some cheerleaders, some pom-poms, some light bites, and there'll be lots of shiny faces from Urban Upbound and LaGuardia Community College staff, and we will be able to navigate you. What's unique about this Career Expo is from 10 a.m. to 12, we're going to have a training expo. So what is a training expo for those of you who are not aware or not sure what that is? We have the opportunity for you to come in and get training prior to meeting employers. So let's say you're at a dead-end job and you're thinking to yourself, I really want to start a career in, construction. Well, there will be training there for you to sign up for, and there will be some OSHA availability representatives that you can talk to and say, what do I need to do to get my certification so that I can go into construction? Again, this is why we love doing what we do, because we really connect the dots for those who are maybe a little confused or not certain where they want to go in their professional life, especially young adults. They generally don't know what to do. We're just thrown into the world and we're told, grab a career, do something with it, and make a lot of money. Can't do that if you don't have direction. So we're providing direction that day and giving you the opportunity to speak to representatives that might be able to train you. And then from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. is the actual employer opportunity and interaction, where you can speak to the employers and kind of converse about what you want to do with yourself and see what other options there is as far as employment sectors are concerned.
Well, yeah, I totally agree, because my experience of going through the job market, I mean, when I graduated in 2018, and every job I was applying for, they all wanted a 4-year degree with 4 years worth of experience.
That is correct.
At the time, I had the argument of, like, how are you supposed to have 4 years of experience when you graduate college?
Correct.
And then when I made that argument, they were like, well, that experience you earned while going to school is schoolwork, not experience. And I'm like, how is that possible? Aren't you're training yourself to be the position you're applying for? So, but yeah.
And I'm happy that you said that, because that is one of the major issues that I think America should shift as well as employment sectors. They should shift that understanding, because if you're trying to get educated at the time, you can't do both. It's very difficult to work a job and get educated, because your focus should be on making sure you get the degrees and the certifications that you need to succeed. So that's why we do these kind of expos, because we want people to understand you can get training and still have credit to be considered working as well. I mean, the average American doesn't have a degree and don't know what to do as far as moving into directions of employment. So we're saying, hey, these are the options for you, and you can be that person if you so just want to go down that road. And sometimes people don't want to go the traditional 4-year degree. Sometimes they do want to have a certain niche or a certain certification or trade skill that can get them just as much money. And we encourage that, we employ that, and we, congratulate that, because it's okay to say, yeah, you know what, college may not be for me, so maybe I should move into this direction,
Well, yeah. So my past, I told you before we recorded this, but I graduated from the school with my 2 years in mass communications.
Congratulations.
I plan to use that for sports communications, which was a 4-year program. Mm-hmm. But as I said at the time, I went to school for a very long time, was doing okay. I wasn't a perfect student, but again, at the job when I was looking for a job, I was lucky enough to get this job because my boss was one of my professors. Mm-hmm. Said, hey, I need help running the space. Do you want the position? I was like, yes, absolutely.
Fantastic.
And I've now been here since 2019, so that's 4 years now.
Well, congratulations for that. I'm gonna clap for you.
It was my work anniversary this weekend, but
congratulations.
But so now I have that 4 years of experience, but I still don't have the 4-year degree. So I do plan to go back to school, but
I know you'll get it.
I gotta find that school, and that's the hard part, because school nowadays is so expensive.
And I want to speak to your journey. I read something the other day that we need to normalize professional development and personal development as not linear. We need to normalize taking breaks, reassessing, regrouping, redirecting, and also elevating in different spaces. Education is not just books and tests and, did you make the passing mark? Education is really knowing how to really stand up for yourself, speak to your heart, move in spaces that are a little bit difficult, get people to understand where you're coming from, and also connecting with community. I think that's a bigger part of education that people don't speak about. So I love that you said that, hey, I took a little break, but now I have the 4-year experience. I just have to go back and get these credentials so that I can do whatever I want in the next front, and you will do it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that statement too, because the way I kind of work too is I'm more hands-on, and so when I switched over to communications, luckily enough, this radio station just came back online, mm-hmm. and all the stuff they taught me was hands-on.
Fantastic.
So that's what it was, and all the classes too were hands-on type projects. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't read a book, read the text, and then recite the text mm-hmm. for a test. That was the good thing.
I love that. That makes me so happy. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah. That's a little bit about me.
That's fantastic.
So tomorrow's your event. It's in the C building, November 15th. Is there any other previews you want to give out?
Yes. We want to give a little, sneak peeks.
All right.
Because I think that's what gets people excited, and I want people to be excited when they come there. What we will have is some light bites. Like I said, we do have certified training available from 10 a.m. to 12. And some of the sectors of people that will be there is healthcare background, construction background. We have some financing and admin background. We will have education employees sectors there, as well as, like I said, construction and some outdoor, I believe, one or two other, I'm sorry, Jason's recording right now, but Jason has all that information. But there's about 5 more sectors that we're keeping under wraps, but they are what we consider heavy hitters. So definitely bring yourself up there if you want to start a new career, you want to look into maybe some training sectors, you want to get some background on some new knowledge, or even start a part-time gig that can, jumpstart your career and move you into a full-time gig. This is the place that you want to be tomorrow. We're asking everyone to please dress professionally. We would never walk into a interview with jeans and a t-shirt on. So we would ask that everybody come dressed professionally and looking very ready to be interviewed, because there are
business casual or full tie.
I'm going to leave that up to the people, individual style. But I personally would always encourage those that are trying to get hired to always look your best. You want to dress for the job that you want to have, and the job that you want to have may require a tie. So we're telling you to dress your best. We will have 3 private rooms where the sectors are actually going to be reviewing and hiring on the spot, which is why I'm telling people to dress professionally. What a great idea it is to have people walk into a space, not have a job or be employed, and then they walk out and say, hey, I start work on Monday. That's what our goal is. So we also are asking people to make sure they bring 25 copies of their resume. We always want to make sure we have more than one resume on hand. You just never know who you're going to be speaking with. It can be a panel of 3 people. You don't want to just have 3 resumes on you. So please bring 25 to 30 copies of your resume. And again, I think the best thing to do is be here earlier than later. You want to get the best of the best, and you want to make sure that you're aware and ready for whatever life may have for your destiny.
Yep. So on that note, what's the best way to reach your company?
Oh, fantastic.
On the outside of the school.
On the outside of the school. So if you guys are interested in job development and would like some employment understanding, or even just need a new fresh look on life, please give us an email first or a call first at 917-460-7716. That is my direct number. I'm always going to answer your call or call you back if I'm not available, because we do move around a lot. However, you can also reach one of our great community coaches. His name is Jason Giuliano, who is recording and being so helpful back here. And you can reach him at jgiuliano@urbanupbound.org. Jason is magnificent, helpful, kind, and very knowledgeable on what we do here at Urban Upbound, and he will be able to navigate you into the spaces that you may be, depending on what you're requesting. Last but not least, you can reach me directly, Ms. Ketia Lafortune, at KLA, like the city, Fortune, FORTUNE, at urbanupbound.org. And if I am not available, it will default to the main line, and they'll be able to help you as well. We have an awesome staff and awesome admin that is so excited to help you guys if necessary in the near future.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for choosing LaGuardia Community College.
I am honored to be here.
It's a very, very small school, but we try to do big things here. So,
and I want to say to LaGuardia Community College, you guys have had a great impact in the space that you've occupied. We actually have someone that works at Urban Upbound that went to LaGuardia Community College, and she spoke very highly about the professors here and the staff and all that she's learned and how it has navigated her into the space that she's in. So we're grateful for you guys. I think small things always give the highest and most strongest impact. So thank you so much for letting us be a part of this, magnanimous event tomorrow. And I hope to see most of everyone here at LaGuardia Community College here taking advantage of the opportunity. We'll be walking around on campus as well to give some more details about tomorrow's event.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you. So again, I'm here with Ketia Lafortune. We're again tomorrow, November 15th. It's going to be in the C building at 9 o'clock a.m.
Correct.
Make sure you look your best, because again, dress for success.
Correct. There you go.
And that's something I've learned. And no matter what job I've ever applied for, and every opportunity I've had to be interviewed, I always wore a tie, because no matter what position, even if it's catering to radio station technician, I still showed up in a dress shirt and tie.
That is correct. You got the right idea, Christopher.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to sign off. Have a good day.